"I suppose I did," replied Vallancourt. They started down the rubber-tiled corridor in the direction of the dining room and cocktail lounge. "At least," Keith laughed, "I'm glad you didn't suggest a weekend hunting trip in the mountains. I show up better with golf clubs than a rifle." They walked on a few steps, and he went on without a pause. "From what I hear, you're pretty good at assessing people. I'd value your opinion of me, Mr. Vallancourt." "Do you think I've had a proper chance to form one, Keith?" "Some men in your spot would have formed one right off, even before they met the poor guy." "And what do you think of me?" asked Vallancourt. "You're Nancy's father. That's good enough for me." Clever, Vallancourt thought. Designed to put the opponent on the defensive. Does he see opposition in all people? They reached the end of the vaulted corridor. Wide doors ahead swung into the dining room and bar. An archway to their left, fringed with ivy, led onto the terrace. Faint sounds of people drifted to them. Keith paused, looking through the arch at the sun outside. "I get the message, Mr. Vallancourt, in your silence." "Keith," Vallancourt said quietly, "aren't you jumping to conclusions?" "How come?" "Aren't you actually anticipating that I'm set on forming a negative opinion of you? The contrary is true." "I know Nancy is all you have, Mr. Vallancourt. How close you two have been." "It was my job to bring her up, Keith. Her mother died when Nancy was very young." "More than just a job. Lots of men would have parked her in a school and let it go at that. But all those years in Cairo, Rome, Athens, you kept her with you." "They were wonderful years." Vallancourt sighed. "If the Secretary of State or the President need you, you'll go again. You always have. Only this time without Nancy. That must be a grim prospect." "You're a perceptive young man, Keith, but you're wrong about that." "I see," Keith said slowly. "You're glad to see her grown up." Vallancourt smiled again. "I've known it was coming, of course." "You just want to make sure she doesn't fly out of the nest with the wrong pigeon." Vallancourt felt a prickle of the nape of his neck. This boy, he told himself, carried himself in an eggshell. "Keith, why don't we give each other a little time?" Keith's glance slid away. "Maybe you're right, Mr. Vallancourt. I get the feeling we've started off like two tomcats rounding a dark corner from opposite directions." He hesitated. "I don't want it that way, Mr. Vallancourt." The quick shift in the boy's mood was ingratiating. Vallancourt said warmly, "Neither do I." "Nancy and I wish it could be perfect for us," Keith said. "But perfect or not, I know how we feel about each other. Nothing can change that. Nothing." "Then we'll have to try to put a light on that corner, won't we, Keith?" "Yes, sir. Well, I'll cut out now. I know you want to have a drink with Mr. Conway and Mr. Hibbs." "You're more than welcome to join us, Keith." "Thanks. I'll take a rain check." "Are you seeing Nancy this evening?" "Yes, Mr. Vallancourt." John Vallancourt watched the boy move through the archway to the terrace. Then he slowly turned toward the cocktail lounge. Howard Conway and Ralph Hibbs were at a table near the floor-to-ceiling windows. Vallancourt had little trouble spotting them. Few people were in the lounge. Most had sought the terrace in the perfect weather. A promise of summer was in the air. With gestures, Conway was talking golf. Hibbs nodded morosely. He had had a miserable time of it from the first tee. They glanced up as Vallancourt approached the table. Conway lifted his drink. "The old girl inveigle you into addressing the Thursday Literary Society?" "Not quite." "Buffoon like that, calling you across the terrace? It would bug me."